Hello and good day, everyone. My name is Zen, and welcome back to Alone in the Dark. Last time, we went on another trip into Jeremy's mind, this time a steamboat stuck in the mud, where we saw him and Dr. Gray having a discussion. It put us out in front of Dr. Gray's office, and now, here we are. Let's carry on then, shall we? Now, I noticed that every single door around here was locked. So I'm checking upstairs. Okay, so I can go this way. Everything downstairs is locked. Yeah, that's locked too. Okay. Can I go this way? Okay. I'd imagine this game is kind of forcing me to go in a specific direction. So then up? Yeah. Locked. Okay. I was supposed to check out Dr. Gray's apartment. This must be it. Do not disturb Lanya.
Detective,
Okay.
am I glad to see you? Lock the door, will you? I don't think Dr. Gray would appreciate us snooping around.
What's going on here? This feels so strange.
Yes, it does. Suddenly we have a different camera angle. Okay, then.
Have you found anything?
Oh,
What?
you know,
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, I've seen some.
some other
Thanks.
Okay,
things.
let me know if there is anything you want to talk about.
I've been seeing a lot of weird things, and Uncle's a very strange man.
You don't find this place strange?
Derceto is certainly one of the stranger places I've been to.
Is that it? That's it? Oh, oh.
This room feels too real. Hyper real. More than
What?
anything I've ever experienced.
Okay. I don't see what you mean.
Forget it. I gotta get back to breaking the contract. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Does that mean that this room might be unaffected by whatever's going on in this place? False book. It's a hollow book. Fair enough. Can I put that in here?
There's a book missing.
Where's the book?
What did you do?
I put a book in
I
a
was
slot.
just rearranging the books.
Well, come on, let's check it out. I think I'm beginning to understand. Dr. Gray is dealing with some kind of mass delusion.
Nope.
What were you saying about mass delusion?
Derceto seems to have a deranging effect on people living close by. It has a history of creating cults devoted to some nature goddess. Even the name Derceto refers to the cult existing here before the Civil War. Derceto was the name of an ancient fertility goddess worshipped in Syria. Dr. Gray and his friends, however, seem to prefer the black goat of the woods with 1,000 young, or Shub-Nigroth. And that name can only have come from my uncle's twisted mind.
Yeah, we found like a book or a note or something last time talking about that. Didn't
You
we?
think all of them are in this cult business? Even Jeremy?
I'm not sure any of them have a choice at this point. We just need to find a way to stop all of this.
Is that it? Nope.
I've been so busy trying to free your uncle from the promise he made to the Dark Man. I guess I kind of just let everything else go.
Don't worry, Detective. I feel like we're close. I'm sure Jeremy will turn up. If he is part of the cult, he wouldn't want to miss the Feast of St. John. I just need enough information to make him see the truth.
I hope you're right, but I doubt he'll show up. Not as long as the Dark Man's got him hiding.
Okay. Here. First meeting. Transcript.
Good to finally meet you, Mr. Hartwood. I'm here on the behalf of your brother Philip. You were expecting me, weren't you?
Yes. You're from Derceto, no?
That's right. I just wanted to ask you a few questions to see if there is anything I can do to help you and your family.
Okay.
I understand you're full of imagination. You make up a lot of things.
I suppose.
And you obsess over them, blurring reality and fiction.
Sometimes.
Do you want to tell me about the Dark Man?
No, I don't.
That's all right. Perhaps there is something else you can tell me. Something you know to be made up, but you hold dear.
Juan?
John? Who's John?
No, Juan Luis Jorge. Oh, wait there a moment. Here, take a look.
Is he... Oh, he is the author.
It's a magnificent book. Life-changing even. The real Juan is long dead, but I like to think of him as my friend. My most beloved friend.
I see. Do you often do this? Fantasize about people you read about?
No. Well, there is Jacob.
Who is Jacob?
Turn to the last page.
Do we know this guy? I
Oh,
don't
it's a
think we do.
newspaper article. The Prisoner of Ice, Jacob van Ostad. Is he also your beloved friend?
Oh, no, Doctor. Not at all. He is the fire that fights fire.
Yes, I think it's clear your overstimulated imagination, this mania, needs to be tempered for you to live a normal life. I know your family calls it the Hartwood curse, but I want you to know that there is nothing supernatural about your condition. It's all inside your head. And with that, I'm very qualified to deal with. In time, you will be cured.
In time.
Yes, in time we will exorcise all your demons, all the dark men. Please, Mr. Hartwood, calm yourself.
What happened?
Oh, don't you worry your little head about it, Miss Hartwood. Your uncle and I just had our first breakthrough.
Sure. I really can't tell if he knows what's going on here, Dr. Grammy, or if he's just the biggest red hair. I genuinely
That mark on
can't
the
tell.
floor looks like talisman positions, but from which direction should I look at it?
I guess in this position, but that's just a theory. I don't have the key for this. Whoop.
Has that been there this whole time?
Furniture key. The item. Guess that's for the closet then. I need healing. Furniture key. Oh, there, there's something here. The snake dagger.
The Snake Dagger, a monograph by Yael Klein. In Ludwig Prin's book on pagan rituals called The Mystery of the Grave, as translated by Nicholas Vachy, there are several references to a sacrificial dagger called the Snake Dagger. It has long been thought of as a poor translation of the original text, that it would be more appropriate with worm dagger from the Latin vermis cultrum. This seems natural following the recent consensus that the original title of Prin's book, De Vermis Mysteris, should literally translate to the mystery of the worm. However, this would take away from Vachy's great effort at translating the underlying meaning of the words and revealing several cultural beliefs. While Prin certainly was using the term worm as a symbol or synecdoche for death and the dead, which is made clear by the contents of the book, In the case of the dagger, we shouldn't be too hasty to dismiss his translation. Reading through Vahi's correspondence with his patron, it appears that he had more than just the Latin text at his disposal. Vahi had dug up Prin's living relatives and uncovered several cross-referenced historical texts and an actual snake dagger. The dagger was dated to the early Middle Kingdom of Egypt and had such a clear shape of a wave that Vahi considered calling it the sinusoidal blade. Knowing the full story, it seems prudent that he chose to translate it as snake and not worm. There are several reasons why this choice of word helps us understand the pagans that Prin's book attempts to describe.
Okay. That's probably talking about the dagger, the sacrificial dagger we got.
The symbolic value of the shape becomes more apparent when reading about the use for the dagger. In the passage of possession and exorcism, we find the snake dagger poisons the poisoner within the victim and is therefore pacified. Where the literal text would tell us that the worm dagger trumps the demon possessing the victim, it tells us nothing of their reasoning, only that somehow this dagger wins against the demon, like it had the better hand in poker. Vahi's translation allows us to follow the underlying logic to the ritual magic that is being performed. Poison the poisoner sounds like fighting fire with fire. That to hurt the demon possessing its victim, the priests would have to fight back with a power that is known to the evil they are fighting. The snake dagger is therefore not only a good way to describe its form, but it also helps us understand how it could be thought of as a useful tool for exorcism. Finally, it also helps us understand their relationship to lunacy, that it was thought of as something poisoning the mind rather than controlling it. What is also interesting to note is that the possessed are always considered poisoned in their head and not their heart. The snake dagger always went to the eye of the possessed, leaving them partially blind, if they had the good luck to survive.
I guess that means I have to stab Jeremy in the eye with the knife, then. Fair enough. Is there really nothing in here? Wait.
Hello?
Detective Carnby?
Who is this? Jeremy?
Jeremy is with the Dark Man. You can't save him.
Well, I've done everything you wanted so far, and there's just one more thing on the list. I expect him to keep his promise and return Jeremy unharmed.
Get out, Detective, while you still can.
No, I don't think I will. What was that? I don't know the order. Something maybe change in here? Do I just need to, like, make it look like that? So... I just have them make it look like that then. That's not it, is it? what did that look like again? There we go. He was literally just straight facing me. Now we go through it.
You okay? You look a little frazzled.
Wait, is she gonna come with me for this?
Stupid telephone.
I know. I tried calling the police earlier. The telephone is completely dead.
It's not... Yeah, no, the telephone isn't working.
So she didn't hear that. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Game?
Miss Hartwood, I think you're gonna want to see this.
Is there something in the closet?
Yeah, there is. You don't see the very obvious gate leading to whatever Jeremy's madness is serving up next?
I don't understand. Are you making some kind of fashion metaphor? I'm sorry,
What?
I don't have time for this. Can you just tell me what you're doing?
You don't see this. It's fine. It's fine. Catch you later.
Are you going inside the closet?
Yeah. You got a problem with that?
No. Do what you think is right, detective.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Goodbye, Miss Hartwood.
I'm genuinely curious to see what that looks like for her. I think I'm just... I've just walked into the closet and I closed it behind me and I'm just in there. Oh, I must go this way. Nice bit. Where am I? Players, oh. Lego. Weapon. Hold one to switch between handguns. Okay. It's over here. Shallow offering. Oh, we got another one. Prisoner of Ice, hearing you.
What can be said about Jacob van Ostad without evoking contempt or apologia? The first piece of information is the obvious. He is not the explorer Jeremy idolized in his youth, but the figment of his imagination. If you want biographical facts, I am not the one to answer such questions. In the case of Jeremy, he is a guardian of imagination, or rather a persona appointed the role of containing a self-sabotaging mania. However useful Jacob once was, his loyalty to Jeremy has slowly been replaced by fanaticism. Like a firekeeper who has for decades been burnt by his own sacred flames, now does what he imagines the fire wants. Jeremy has lost all control over Jacob and suffers greatly because of him, but is admittedly also still invigorated by his labor. In the plainest of words, Jacob keeps Jeremy sick so he can remain Jeremy.
So then is this Jacob the Dark One? Maybe. The Greenland expedition.
We found the ancient stellarium perched on a cliff facing the Arctic Ocean after a day of sailing due north of the Eskimo encampment. Jacob van Ostad was our most keen member of the expedition. He had been chasing down the source of a peculiar type of crystallized metal present in several sacred items among the natives on the northeast coast of Greenland. The site was a remarkable find for any explorer, and we were all enraptured in our search for enlightenment and meaning. The surviving architecture seemed almost unearthly in origin and astonishingly sophisticated. The metal Jacob was searching for was abundant, almost ubiquitous. We were so taken by our find that we were surprised by the sun falling below the horizon. As we quickly picked up our gear, ready to head back to our camp, Jacob van Oostad declared that he wanted to stay. He was adamant. We begged him to reconsider. The night would be getting colder by the hour, and we feared for all our safety. Jacob refused, threatening us with violence if we wouldn't leave him alone. As the snowfall turned heavier, we left him there on his own. The next day, the weather became worse, and we had to spend hours enforcing our shelter as our tents became increasingly useless. The group had written off Jacob, thinking he must be dead. I had an urge to make one final attempt to save him, so I headed out as darkness fell with a handful of flares and headed toward the coast and up the climb, towards the Stellarium. That's when I saw him, transfixed by a burning sky, that celestial lantern. Jacob keeled over and let out a painful shriek that struck me with such fear and pity. He was crying in agony, for the cold weather had ravaged his flesh. I called out to him, and he turned to face me. His vacant stare held me in place like a needle through a butterfly, and he said, "You must leave now, Heshtan. Go, and never come back." And so I left.
That didn't really answer much, but interesting indeed. Hey, this is... Oh, that's the shovel I dropped. I guess I just need to head this way then. Nothing and a lantern. That didn't happen. There's another one over here. Flares. Once again. Guess I'm gonna go up mountain then. There we go. Something tells me this flare gun won't do damage, so I probably shouldn't use it as a weapon. Why is it giving me shotgun shells? This feels like final boss territory. Or just a boss territory. Okay, I'd much rather healing, but... Well, on we go. This looks nice though. This does look really nice. The Aurora Borealis in the skies, climbing up a mountain. Some more flares. Ah, there we go. There are the healings I was looking for. I'm just gonna help myself off. Derp. That seems fine. I can't sprint here. Yes, we are very slowly walking up. Very slowly. What is this thing? That's not Jeremy. I feel like I should be concerned that this is giving me a lot of ammo. This definitely feels like boss fight territory.
Hey you! What are you doing here? What is this place?
Turn back, detective. You're not wanted here.
Whoa, take it easy. I'm not your enemy.
Oh, you're wrong, detective. You're wrong.
Yo, what is with your face? Kill Jacob and Oscar. There's a line. Break aggro. Okay. If that was meant to be a boss, it was a very weak boss. I should probably restock for just in case. Just like I'm gonna go into that thing and then he's just gonna get back up again. Probably. But what is it? Align the star. I guess I'm using it. Okay.
Of course, the Taurus. I figured you wouldn't want your stars aligned, Jeremy, or maybe that is what you need to temper that mania of yours.
Okay. Which direction am I going with this? This way, maybe. The left ones. Yep. Go. The game is buggy, but the mystery is very good. And I was gonna get back up. That was too easy. Guess I need to stab him with this.
God's sake, stay dead, will you?
Yep. Now that checks out. Why? There we go. There we go. Now this is final. Rock. Machine gun. What? The heck? Okay. The range. You got range. That is. Ah. Oh, that's. Because I was about to say that's not a lot of damage. So I'll knock him down one more. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. It hurt. Reload faster. Come on, Carnby. Finish it. going through every memory.
Jeremy? I did everything! Aren't you happy? Stupid charlatan! What more do you want from me? You want me to lose my mind?
Oh, my lord! Doctor! Baptiste! Quick!
Jesus. What are you thinking, Carnby?
Chapter 5. Okay, not violence. I am so confused. Now, well. Is that blood?
You awake? You are awake. Mr. Carnby's up.
Hey, buddy. I thought you'd be knocked out for the rest of the night. Come on out and join us, will you? I'll save you some gumbo.
Good to have you back. You gave us all a good scare.
What happened?
You had a psychological breakdown. Sorry for manhandling you, but you're being violent, you see.
You stabbed Jeremy and then punched Dr. Gray.
I figured that was
Are they-
Dr. Gray punch.
Okay?
Jeremy's a little strange, but everything's back to normal.
Really?
All thanks to you, Carnby. You want to try standing up?
Well, if it isn't the hero of the day. How are you feeling, Detective?
Never better. How about you two? Hey, Jeremy, I didn't do too much damage, did I?
You stabbed his eye out. So...
Things are fine. Very quiet.
What's up with him? Painkillers?
No. You see, despite you having the finesse of a one-eyed butcher, you managed to lobotomize dear Jeremy.
I did what?
It's actually quite impressive.
Huh?
It's not like I hadn't considered it myself. I just wish Jeremy could have been helped without reducing his personality to that of an oyster.
But he's gonna live.
Of course. As long as someone keeps feeding him, he'll outlive the best of us.
Okay, okay. So, let me take a second to wrap my head around this. Okay, so the Dark Man was clearly just some kind of a manifestation of Jeremy's trauma, I guess? I could be completely wrong about that. But then that Jacob guy, who was he? Was he on the was Jeremy on that expedition? Or was he just someone he read about, then manifest in his mind? I'm not sure.
Does Emily know about Jeremy's condition?
Yes. She seems to be handling it quite well under the circumstances.
Does she still want to take Jeremy away from Derceto?
I will have to insist that you do. This is not that kind of institution.
Okay.
Jeremy, hang on for a little longer, okay? We'll be going back to New Orleans soon.
Oh, good. I do so miss the city lights.
But then still, what exactly caused the whole madness thing?
Hey, Ruth. Glad to see you made it back to Derceto.
You too, Detective. Make sure to stay for the festivities. It's no Mardi Gras, but it ain't bad.
Okay, so it wasn't just completely me then. She saw that too.
You seen Emily around?
I saw her packing some things into that old jalopy you arrived in about an hour ago. I'm sure she hasn't given up on you yet.
I think I'm missing something here. It might be answered if I go through Emily's story.
Catch you later.
Looking forward to it, Detective.
So it clearly wasn't just me that went tripping out and experienced that. Other people did too.
Good to see you back on your feet, Detective. Have some gumbo.
Thanks. I'll save it for later.
She looked like she took that personally. Wait for this. No, I didn't need to talk to the rest of them first.
All right, tell me, what the hell's about to happen here?
Every year we have a little turn the page ceremony by the tree. It's symbolical. It's like life has its cycles of grief and happiness. You know? Just like a tree facing the seasons. Things change, but remain the same.
I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting this tree to be like having some evil god or something inside of it.
So this is basically New Year's Eve, but with a tree metaphor.
Exactly. You're so smart. It's about starting again.
His face.
I mean, who could use a positive message like that more than a bunch of lunatics like us?
Nope, he's still talking.
I get the feeling some of you think this year is going to be special. Any idea why?
Well, we got some new words, thanks to your buddy Jeremy, and some other changes to the program. Let's just say we're all in this year.
Again, I might not be far off. That tree goal is just, do something and I might shoot it.
That is one impressive tree.
More impressive than you could ever imagine.
So how does this all work? You dance around chanting? For the ritual, I mean?
Stay and find out, Detective. It might just do you good.
Fair enough.
You haven't seen Emily, have you?
No, Detective. I haven't.
Okay. Guess I'll talk to the kid.
Hey, kid. What are you up to?
Preparing for the ceremony. I don't want to disappoint Mother.
Yeah, this doesn't again. The chapter just started. I'm probably gonna have to kill this tree with bullets.
What's your part in this?
And/or fire.
I'm the Cabersan Corn. It's
For what?
very important. Only I can settle our debt.
What?
You know, I had my doubts, but you are in the right place, Grace.
I think you might be right. For once.
Fair enough. You're just gonna wash the tree then. Is there anyone else? Oh yeah, the taste is over here.
What are you looking for?
Just keeping an eye out for the storm. Radio says it could be a wild one.
You don't know where Emily is, do you?
She's packing some of Jeremy's things. Said you want to take them away. I'm sure she'll come and get you when she's ready.
That it? No.
I should probably get a move on then.
See you around, Carnby.
That's everything. Exhausted, everyone dialogue here, unless... Oh yeah, no. She has one.
Seems like everyone's in a pretty good mood.
The Eve of St. John is the most important date of the whole year. It's the only day when the black goat of the woods tends to her young.
I'm gonna go look for Emily.
Don't worry about her. She wouldn't leave without you, would she?
I feel like something is going to happen when I wait for her. I think I'm going to end this episode here. If it doesn't end here and keeps going, well then I was near the ending and I just made all one episode. But in case it isn't, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you want to see how this ends, if it doesn't, then right here, hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a good one, everyone.